Hi, everybody. Miro with Wheatland Realty here. Thank you for joining me today, and welcome to Park Bench Plainfield, your local community website where we feature and share the stories of business professionals who live or work in the Plainfield area. Today, my guest is Kayla, and she is the owner of Flowered by Block. I hope that you enjoy her story and find it interesting. Hi, Kayla. Thank you so much for joining me today, and welcome to Park Bench Plainfield via Zoom, of course. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you being here. And the name of your business, Flowered by Block, I was very intrigued. Is there a story behind it?
Behind the name,
Yeah.
not so much. It really just kind of happenstance. It just kind of came together. Block is my last name, so that was a part of it. And then the flowered part, I just seem to always have flower all over me. My husband likes to make fun of me for it. I've got flower handprints everywhere, so just kind of fit the situation for us.
Very understandable when you're baking to be dealing with flour. I would totally get it. So how did you get into it then? What made you want to start baking?
Baking and cooking is it's kind of in my blood a little bit. My grandma is Sicilian, and she has been doing all kinds of goodies for so long. So my whole childhood was very much about going to grandma's house and having fresh baked bread. So since a very young age, I've been very fascinated with her and kind of cooking and baking. So I kind of learned it from her. Her recipes were always were less of instructions and more of if you think you need this, add this. If you think you need this, add this. So it was a lot of sitting and watching that you kind of had to do.
Oh, I can definitely share a few stories with my uh, parents, not just my grandmothers, but my grandfathers. So they used to dabble a little. So it was always a pinch of this and a dash of that. It was never an ounce or a spoonful.
Right.
It was non-existent. Speaking of fresh bread, I have to say this. I was scrolling through your Facebook page and I saw this beautiful round bread. Was that a ciabatta bread?
That is like a Dutch oven sourdough bread.
Oh, it just looked amazing. Absolutely great. So how long have you had your business? When did you start it?
It's actually pretty young. I started last winter. Is when things kind of got rolling. Up until then, I was just kind of cooking for friends and family when they asked for it. And then last winter, I started making iced sugar cookies, and that seems to be a big hit for everybody. And people just at work just started asking more and more. So once I started booking um, different clients at different times, I just decided to formalize everything.
Has it been everything you expected, or have there been a few surprises?
It has been pretty much what I expected. It definitely it's not my main business, so not my main job. So it's definitely something that I spend time after hours doing. So putting my baby to bed and staying up until 2 a.m. baking is often what ends up happening. But it's definitely something I love, so I don't mind at all.
What have been some of the challenges that you've had to overcome?
Definitely that time management piece, I would say. It's something that I love doing. It's a creative outlet for me, but I get lost in it. So prior to having a child, I would just do it all day long, and I would forget that I needed lunch and forget about time. And then I would look up and I'd be like, oh my gosh, my entire day is gone because I've just been baking and decorating and icing and doing all that stuff. And now I kind of need to be a little bit more regimented and plan ahead to kind of mitigate that a little bit, make sure I'm taking care of everybody that needs me.
Well, you definitely have your hands full. You're a full-time mom, you have a full-time job, and you have a full-time business. What
Yeah.
keeps you going? What motivates you?
I love the joy that I get to bring to others, baking for them. It's always been a way for me to share with other people, and I really just I enjoy it. So I figure instead of me just baking for myself and having the all of this stuff lying around the house for me to eat, I might as well give it to others.
Right. What's the best way to reach out to you if anyone has any needs for your services?
Usually Facebook is probably the best way right now. We're looking into a different website and things like that, but Facebook right now.
Go through Facebook. All right. Um, you've been doing this for about a year now, so you've had some experience. What are some of the lessons that you've learned, and what would you say to the person who's thinking about starting their own business?
I would say to go for it. If this is something that you enjoy and something that you love, you're never going to regret it. It's something that you wake up thinking about and go to sleep thinking about. So um, I've enjoyed that aspect of it, and just being able to do something that I really am passionate about day in and day out. And I also like that it's my second job, so I'm able to kind of pick and choose when I want to do it, when I have time, and make sure that I'm spacing things out appropriately.
Kayla, notwithstanding what's happening right now with the pandemic,
Mhm.
what would you like to accomplish in 2020 for your business?
Just to keep growing, and finding new clients, and more people to share with. A lot of the people that I tend to bake and cook for are people that I know, or a friend of a friend. So we're just starting to grow a little bit here. So I'd like to see the business kind of take off here.
Is there anything exciting happening before we wrap things up that people need to hear about or know about?
Not right now. So much has been put on hold with the pandemic going on. So everyone's big events and everything like that have definitely kind of played a role. So all the weddings and stuff that I was planning on baking for are now postponed for a little while, which is unfortunate. But just looking forward to being able to celebrate with everybody as soon as we can.
Hopefully, keeping our fingers crossed, we'll be out of this thing sooner rather than later, of course, in a safe and healthy manner.
Hmm.
So, once again, Kayla, thank you so much for joining me and for really giving us a chance to get to know you a little bit better and for sharing your story with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
My pleasure.
If you would like more information on Flowered by Block and you would like to reach out to Kayla, all you have to do is scroll down to the bottom of this page and you'll see all the different ways that you can connect. And for those of you who would like to get a chance to share your story on this website, please visit www.parkbench.com/Plainfield and click on the request interview link and we'll take care of the rest. Thanks for joining us, everyone. See you next time.